Hi guys, I'm Mike and this is F1 Fanatics. Welcome back to breaking news. It has been confirmed and it was heavily rumoured that Fernando Alonso has signed for Renault for the 2021 season. Now, obviously Fernando Alonso, a multiple world champion within the sport. His two world championships within the sport came with Renault in 2005, 2006. Obviously came close at Ferrari, and at McLaren it ended in a bad relationship. Well, not in a bad relationship, but it never worked out how it was meant to in there, and it has led to a load of rumours that Fernando Alonso is a toxic person and a terrible person to work with, and people will have their opinions on that either way. But Renault have decided, after Daniel Ricciardo has moved to McLaren, to bring back Fernando Alonso to Formula 1. Now, my opinion on this: anyone who watches this channel knows that I am a fan of Fernando Alonso. I think he is a top quality driver. He's been one of the best drivers within the sport within the last 20 years on track. His off-track stuff and all the kind of incidents he's been involved in, they're in the past now, and it's led to Fernando Alonso being a polarising character. There's either a mass kind of fan support for the guy, or there's complete hatred for the guy who don't want him being any part of the sport whatsoever. My personal opinion is, I love having him back. I think he immediately improves the quality of the grid, and everyone who kind of wants F1 to be the top and best of the sport and having the best drivers, Fernando Alonso, in my opinion, is still that. Renault have let a lot of people go. They invested a lot of money in Daniel Ricciardo, and to justify staying within Formula 1 as a company to their board, they need results. And there is no better driver that they could have got on the market for me that will get better results in that Renault car than what Fernando Alonso is capable of doing. And I just think, logically, it makes a lot of sense for Renault to do it. Now, obviously, fans of the kind of junior drivers will know Zhou and Lundgaard. You started off in F2. Obviously, Zhou was very unlucky in the first weekend of Formula 2 just gone. And it does feel probably a bit of a kick of the teeth. And the argument will come in, what's the point in having a junior academy if you're not going to promote any of those drivers? But unfortunately, Renault are in that stage where things haven't quite progressed on track for them as they would have hoped. And it would be a big risk, as much potential as Zhou or Lundgaard show in the junior. Driving in Formula 1 is a completely different ball game, and they need results. And they need to kind of set a platform up. And Fernando Alonso is a short-term option. Obviously, when he comes into this, he will be 40 years of age. And that's obviously a very old and very experienced driver, but his level, his quality is still as high as it's always been. When he left McLaren, I didn't think he was declining. He left on his own terms, remembered, but he's always been vying for this opportunity back into F1, and Renault probably wasn't his ideal option, but he's looked at it and he's gone, you know what, I'm going to go for this opportunity. And for Renault, like I've said, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people thought maybe, well, Hulkenberg was a free agent and Kevin Magnussen was, who, well, Hulkenberg would have been a much more popular choice, I think, with the fans after being done by dirty by Renault, you can say, being dropped for Esteban Ocon. For me, that relationship couldn't work. I think there were too many burnt bridges on both sides with how the relationship had gone, and how could either one really trust each other that one wouldn't be dropped without it. This is pre-recorded, so I don't know what the deal is. I might kind of add on a little bit segment to this if there is any key information that needs to be noted from there, because it's been a really poorly kept secret. The hype around Fernando Alonso and Renault has been building ever pretty much since Daniel Ricciardo left. And obviously a rarity. I get things right on this channel, but back in our F1 2021 prediction lineups, I did actually have Fernando Alonso making a return to Formula 1 because he was so desperate, and Renault makes the most sense for all parties concerned. Now, I know he's going to be a very unpopular pick for a lot of people because they think he's a toxic person, they don't like him being within the sport, and he's taking seats that should belong to young drivers. At the end of the day, Formula 1 is the pinnacle of motorsport. Fernando Alonso improves that quality with the quality of driver that he is. Whatever's been before, it's got to be a fresh and it's got to be a clean slate. And he may approach things differently because he realises now that this is his last shot within Formula 1. Do I think he can do something special and win a championship with Renault? They are a long way off that, but if anyone can do it, Fernando Alonso definitely feels like one of those drivers who could pull every inch of what he can out of that car. But there you have it, guys. Breaking news. Fernando Alonso is returning to Formula 1 and he's returning to Formula 1 with Renault. I know this is going to be a controversial one, so make sure you get involved in those comments down below, guys. Yeah, what do you feel? Nando is back. So for now, you F1 fans, keep racing.